Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you tonight for this movie review, and it's before I get to the Gladiator 2 movie, because I wanted to watch this first to get it out of the way, so that way you know where I stand on this movie. For the musical movie Wicked, it's about the Wizard of Oz kind of story in a way. So I'm going to discuss what I watched for this kind of prequel movie before it gets into the Wizard of Oz films, and where it shows about Glinda being the good witch and all that. So pretty much I'll let you know what I thought of this movie with Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande in this film. So let's dive into this movie review. Now this movie was 2 hours and 41 minutes, so it was pretty lengthy of a film, but in my opinion, I think the beginning was the big letdown of the film. Like, there were some moments in the beginning where I just wasn't feeling for some of it, but once it got to the hour mark, it started getting a little better, and the film's uh, storyline started to shift into a good direction. And that's where I started really catching on to the story, like latching onto it a lot more, because it showed that Elphaba, the Wicked Witch, it's showing her as being the good witch, as being the bad villain that she's going to be, but she was doing it for her own reasons. And then Ariana Grande as Glinda, or Galinda at first, but now it's Glinda, because she changed her name. But overall, I think the story and the casting was really great in this film. Um, I was very surprised with this film. I did not think it would exceed my expectations of. I thought it was gonna suck, honestly. There were some moments where it did, and then it started to fumble back in a good 360, and that's where the film got a lot better as the ending came to be, and you see that she does become the Wicked Witch. But for her own reasoning, of course. But I can't spoil some things in the film, but all I can tell you is that the film was good. Surprisingly good. Um, I wouldn't say it's the best film of 2024 last year, but I would say it's a good film. It actually was pretty good in its own way. There are a few critiques I have with this film. Like the first hour of it just kind of is a little cringy, but then when you get to the second hour, from an hour and 6 minutes to the rest of the film, it gets a lot better, and it becomes a more driven story that I can really latch on to and kind of feel for it. Yeah, the musical aspects of it were not so bad, but if you can get past that, you can appreciate this movie. But other than that, the film's performance was pretty good in its own way. I was very surprised with how it turned out. I would say I have a few critiques. It's not movie of the year and at all, but it's pretty good film for what it went for. So overall, I think the storyline between Ariana Grande, which honestly, there were some moments in the film where she had her diva-ish moments, but she started to shift that aspect of the film, and her boyfriend Ethan Slater is in this film. So yeah, this is where the whole drama with Ariana Grande being the homewrecker came out to be, which is actually true. There is some factual evidence behind that, and if some people in a certain community wants to say, "Oh, she's not that bad. She's a great singer, but she is a diva," There are some critiques with Ariana Grande with her personality that I do not like. That really set the vibe of, okay, so she's not that good of a person. Alright, that tells a lot that I need to know. But overall, if I were to give Wicked its deserved score, I think probably a good 8 out of 10 is well deserved for it. Maybe 8.5 out of 10. It's a pretty good film. I'm going to stick with 8.5 to be on the safe side, because maybe this film might grow on me. It is a pretty good film. It's worth owning for sure. I wouldn't say it's going to be one of the movies that you're going to love, but it's a movie you can appreciate with the storyline. The musical aspects, yeah, there's some cringe to it, but there are some good musical moments in this film that really shine a light into what is representing about the film and what the story is trying to represent and where the story takes the characters. That's what I really appreciated about the plot of the film and the premise of the film. Give me a second, I gotta pause the video. Sorry about that, my mom was summoning me. I gotta finish off this video, but for the closing aspect of the film, I was really impressed, and it says to be continued at the end of it at the 2 hour and 30-minute mark. But overall, yeah, 8.5 out of 10 for Wicked. It's actually a pretty strong film. I was very surprised with how it turned out. It's not movie of the year from last year, but it is a pretty good film to be on that list. I was very surprised with the outcome of the film. But it's a film you can appreciate. It's not a film you can go into and be like, oh, well, I enjoyed that film, which I did enjoy the film, but I do have a few critiques with how the first hour of the film turned out, and then the rest of the film progressed in a better way. So, 8.5 out of 10 for Wicked. Thank you for watching this 2024 movie review tonight.